Good afternoon, I'm Sarah Iuliano with Hunter News. The major parties are being questioned by independents following Newcastle and Charlestown state by-elections. The ALP is being accused of using misleading signage and flyers to avoid preferenced voting, while it's alleged a senior member of the Liberal Party helped staff an independent's polling booth. Independent Newcastle candidate Jacqueline Haynes says Labor's signage was unethical.
But it looked very much like an official sign. It looked unbranded, and it had just put one for your preferred candidate. Down below it did say that you could follow through and number as many boxes as you liked, but as you're walking through a gate you see an official sign that says warning and you spot the first sentence, and that was the reason for them putting it up.
State Greens candidate Michael Osborne believes Newcastle's by-election results send a clear message about where the city sits on issues such as the rail line and urban development. The party insists Novocastrians have spoken out in favour of retaining heavy rail and the low-rise heritage CBD, as well as supporting a cleaner, greener and more transparent future. He says voters were left disenchanted by dirty politics.
It's quite clear that most people in Newcastle didn't vote for the ALP, so they need to take that into account when they're representing Newcastle. I think given the proximity of the ICAC revelations and the Liberals deciding not to stand, I think that certainly has affected the outcome of the vote, and I think things will be very different in March next year.
Newcastle Independent candidate Karen Howard insists she hasn't made a decision about her political future ahead of the March state election, following her strong performance in the weekend by-election. 1 in 4 voters backed Miss Howard at the polls, putting pressure on Labor's Tim Crackenthorpe and prompting speculation she'll take her second tilt at the seat as a Liberal candidate next year. She says while she's flattered by the endorsement, she hasn't even decided whether she'll run.
I'll make that decision in the near future. To convince more than 26% of the electorate that we were a viable alternative is astounding. I pinned my independence badge to my chest with a great deal of pride, and I still feel that passion in being an independent.
Police are looking for 2 men involved in a home invasion at Tenambit. A 43-year-old man received cuts to the arms, legs and head when the pair stormed his Mace Street home at about 6:30 last night. It's believed an axe and meat cleaver were used in the attack. The victim is receiving treatment at John Hunter Hospital, and anyone with information is advised to call Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000. Hunter Water has backflipped on its 2011 decision and will relocate its call centre to the Newcastle head office. The company outsourced its customer service call centre 3 years ago, but today admitted it was a mistake to move on. Acting Chief Customer Service Officer Jeremy Barth says the move has been welcomed by customers.
We were trying to increase our level of service, but the reality is that while we haven't seen a decrease in the level of service, common sense says that the fastest way of getting information to our customers is to have our water and wastewater sewer experts sitting at the desk right beside the people who are actually speaking to our customers.
Now with sport, Belinda de las Heras.
The Newcastle Jets women have forced their way into the leading pack of the W League competition following an impressive 4-1 weekend win over 2-time champs Brisbane Roar. Jets skipper Emily Van Egmond starred with a double, while Tori Huster made her own dent in the scoreline, the sign assisted by an embarrassing own goal gift from the Roar in the 48th minute. It marks back-to-back wins for Newcastle, who now climb to third on the ladder with 12 points and 3 rounds remaining. Newcastle Rugby League playmaker Terence Siusiu has been named Maitland Pickers Player of the Year at the club's presentation night over the weekend. It comes as he prepares to join Curry Curry in 2015. Players Player was shared by Billy Towers and Time Dow Nickow, while Pat Robards took out Rookie of the Year. And it's been revealed the Jets' youth side will not contest next season's Northern New South Wales NPL finals, which have been cut back to 4 teams on top of a new home and away format. That's sport. I'm Belinda de las Heras.
2 NURFM News Time is coming up to 12:10.